Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, June 15. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is reporting that 11,423 Jamaicans across the island received vaccines during the two-day blitz operation held on the weekend. Of that number, 10,608 were persons receiving their second dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine, while 815 persons received their first dose. While focus continues to be placed on priority groups, the ministry is especially urging persons who have received their first shot to make arrangements to get their second and final dose of the vaccine. Persons are not fully protected until they have received both doses of the vaccine. Those who are due a second dose and have not yet received a call from the Health Ministry are urged to contact the National Vaccination Hotline to make an appointment. In the meantime, the Ministry of Health has launched a COVID-19 vaccination Comcare software. It captures demographics and basic health information of the over 160,000 Jamaicans who have already been inoculated. This allows the ministry to keep abreast of the island's vaccination program.
What this allows you to do is to immediately make decisions, informed decisions. And I think that is a real big achievement for us going forward. So we have several data points at our disposal, which the Ministry of Health and Wellness is able to analyze, including data by parish, by region, doses, vaccination sites, time frame comparisons, and more.
The Health Minister was speaking at Monday's virtual launch of the software, which has already been introduced at hospitals, health centers, and special vaccination sites. The COVID-19 vaccination Comcare software was purchased by the United Nations Children's Fund with training sponsored by the Private Sector Vaccination Initiative. So far, 150 health workers have been trained in the use of the software and have gone on to train over 1,000 of their colleagues. In other news, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says government is making strides in securing the full restart of the economy. This, he says, is being done by the careful and strategic reopening of certain sectors. Included in the plans are the events and entertainment, tourism, quick services, and small business sectors.
Very soon, we should be able to return our economy to as close to normalcy as we can. It doesn't mean that we abandon our COVID management measures, but it means that in the true sense of it, we will have to learn how to live with the virus.
Prime Minister Holness was speaking at Friday's official opening of Computer Consultants, an electronics and photography company. Students are being encouraged to participate in the Ministry of Education's summer school program. The call comes from Portfolio Minister Favour Williams, who says the summer school program will be unveiled this week. Minister Williams says the initiative, which will be staged under the theme Recovering Smarter, will be a voluntary one. It's aimed at stemming the learning loss students experience from not being in face-to-face classes or due to internet connectivity issues.
We're encouraging our students, yes, we know, and parents, we know you've been living through the pandemic and we know the hardship and so on, but we have to make all the preparations and we have to ensure that your education is still accessible, regardless of whether it's summer, regardless of whether it's night or day, and we have the technology. We can scale it up across the system, and we have a responsibility to do so.
The local government ministry will be working with the Portland Health Authority to remove non-critical patients from hospitals into the infirmary to free up needed bed space. Local government minister Desmond McKenzie says the soon-to-be-completed Portland Infirmary will house some of these hospital patients who have nowhere else to go. The infirmary, which consists of a male and female ward, is scheduled for completion within a few weeks. Minister McKenzie says the facility is not accepting any new residents and has a waiting list of 13 persons.
Overall, we continue to provide the service, not just for those who live within the infirmaries, but for our registered poor and for those persons who continue to reside on the streets across the country.
Mr. McKenzie made the statements following a tour of the facility on Friday. The new Portland Infirmary is being built at a cost of $85 million with partial funding from the National Housing Trust. And finally, about 2,000 persons from across the globe are expected to participate in the upcoming virtual Jamaica Diaspora Sustainability Symposium. State Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Leslie Campbell, gave that update during a recent JIS think tank. It was previously announced that the two-day symposium will replace this year's staging of the 9th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. The regular conference will be staged next year to coincide with the island's 60th anniversary of independence celebrations. The virtual symposium will be held on June 16 and 17 under the theme Jamaica and the Diaspora, Stronger Together for a Sustainable Future. It will feature panel discussions and presentations on health and wellness and education. There will also be a youth forum, the Governor General's Awards, and a Prime Ministerial virtual town hall meeting.
We hope that we'll get sufficient numbers so that we will be able to communicate effectively with the diaspora, because this really is part of our engagement and which will prepare us for what we believe would be a significant conference in 2022.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.